Hi guys, it's Hopeful, and today I decided to make a settings video. If you don't know who I am consistently rank 1 across Xbox. I'm considered the best by many to play the game, and today I just decided to share with you guys my settings. Gameplay you'll see in the video is actually on my stream. I'll put it in the description. I stream sometimes. It's not really on a consistent schedule like others, but it would really mean a lot if I see you guys in the chat supporting me. But yeah, let's get straight into the video, guys. So before we get started, actually, I just want to show off my default sense. I play on most heroes with this sense, but as I said, we'll go into detail on the ones that I don't. So basically, for all heroes, I play what you see on screen here. And also, just a really small thing that I do is I switch my crouch button actually from B to left stick. My reasoning for this is that it's a lot easier to move and crouch when your crouch button is on the left. You don't have to lift any of your fingers. When you have crouch on B, you have to lift your finger off of your right stick to basically crouch, and that ruins your aim because for like a split second you have to stop aiming. So if you set it to your left stick, you're going to be able to move, aim, and spam crouch, which is, by the way, very good in Overwatch. I suggest every one of you watching does that, or at least practice that. Spam crouching is really good, and it helps you it helps you aim, crouch, and shoot without needing to move any of your fingers. And I think that that's really good, and it's fundamental to like a really good player, because if you see a really good player spam crouching, you know they have good movement, so you know that probably, oh wow, like this person knows what they're doing, they're probably a good player. Also, another small thing, I have my voice line set to left on the D-pad and my interact button set on the right. It's just I prefer it. Everyone has their own buttons, but yeah, that's what I use. So first, start things off, we start off with Ashe, and for Ashe, I don't really change anything on the hero. Everything's default. The scope sense is default. Nothing has changed. I don't really feel the need. I feel like the default scope sense is good enough for me. It varies from person to person, but I feel like with what you're given, it matches the normal sensitivity. So yeah, I don't change anything at all on this hero. For any of you guys that for some reason wonder where my Bastion sense is, again, default, nothing changed pretty much. All the same. Now here's where I got a lot of my questions from, asking me what my Doomfist sense is. For those of you that don't know, I am really good at Doomfist. I'm one of the best in the world, I would say myself, personally. So on Xbox, actually, I don't change anything other than the aim smoothing. I changed the aim smoothing to 70 to help me turn punch and to help me, move faster, be faster as a hero. Because on Doomfist, you want to be like hyper mobile. You always want to be on the move. You never want to like stop moving. So I think that with a faster sense, that helps me. And just personally, it's good to have a fast sense on Doomfist. I don't want to change anything else other than aim smoothing. So yeah, for those of you curious, here you go. Now the next hero is Echo, and for Echo's kind of a tricky one because I do not change my actual sense for the hero. Instead, I change the button configurations. So for Echo, you have to be aiming in the air while you're flying, because Echo's a flight-based hero. So you have to be aiming, and it's really hard to aim when you're constantly holding A, because Echo, unlike Pharah, doesn't have her flight path set to left trigger, so you can't aim and shoot. So to kind of fix this, I set my jump button on Echo to left trigger and change my secondary fire to A. I basically swapped the buttons, and this makes it so that it's a lot easier to aim while in midair, because if you play standard button configuration, holding controller the standard way, it's nearly impossible to play Echo. The only way to play your standard is if you play Claw, and I don't play Claw. So for those of you that have trouble, I suggest that you try this on the hero. Next hero is Genji, and for Genji, I keep the settings the same, except I change aim smoothing to 0. Again, Genji, like Doomfist, is a hypermobile hero, and I just feel like on heroes like Genji and Doomfist, it helps me to just have a really fast sense. For Genji, I like to flick my shots a lot. I don't know, I can't really like aim straight, so I like to flick, and the 0 sense really helps me because it's the fastest sense I could technically get. And yeah, it's just how I like to play. I like to go stash. I like to have fast blades. So yeah, that's my Genji sense. For Hanzo, I have the exact same sense, default as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I don't do anything different, except for some reason, I don't know why my sense feels a lot faster on Hanzo whenever I play him. I don't know, it feels like I'm a lot more fluid on the hero compared to others. I don't know why, maybe it's just like a Hanzo placebo, but yeah, that is my Hanzo sense. The next hero is Junkrat, and funny enough, for Junkrat, I actually do have the sense change. I mean, it's not really that like big of a deal, but Junkrat doesn't require that much aim, and you kind of just sit in one spot and spam, and you just happen to find kills. I hate this hero; it's so stupid. But yeah, I have the aim smoothing changed to 70 because you need a fast sense. I don't know, for heroes that don't require aim, I just like to be able to move fast. It makes me feel like I'm doing more. I don't know why, it's just a me thing. But that's all I changed on the hero. Nothing else has changed. Yeah, that's my Junkrat sense. The next hero is McCree. Oh my god, how much I love McCree. Absolute broken hero. But I don't change anything on the hero. Like I said, my default sense is perfect. It fits me. It fits heroes that require aim. I love it. But yeah, no, nothing has changed. No buttons, no nothing. I think that with this sense, I don't fucking miss a shot. It really fits me, like I said. And yeah, I mean, for the heroes that require aim, like I said, I never change anything. They're all the same. No button changes, no nothing. It's just McCree. There's Mei, and for Mei, I actually kind of swap sometimes. Sometimes I either play the default sense, default settings, but sometimes I actually swap between that and 70 aim smoothing because Mei doesn't require that much aim except for your icicles. So whichever way I'm feeling, I either swap it between 100 aim smoothing or 70 aim smoothing. But honestly, it just depends on you. You don't have to follow my exact sense, but if you do, you can play with both of those. The next hero is Pharah, and for Pharah, I actually changed my aim smoothing to 70 because for heroes that, like I've said I think twice now, I want to be fast with, I changed to 70, and you're probably wondering why I don't change them to 0 like Genji. Well, honestly, there's probably not that big of a difference between 70 aim smoothing and 0. It kind of feels the exact same, but I just want to play it safe with 70 because I feel like that's perfect for me. I don't know why. It's like I said before, something about a placebo. I also like to mention that I fly using LT instead of A so that you could aim while flying and stuff, just like Echo. The next hero is Reaper, and for Reaper, since Reaper doesn't take much aim, you just right in their face, shotgun in their face, you really can't miss. I like to, again, send my aim smoothing to 70. It really helps with Reaper, because sometimes people can move really fast in front of your face, and I just like to just be able to move my crosshair to them as fast as possible. My next hero is Soldier, and again for Soldier, another hit scan hero, another hero you have to aim with. So like a few others, my sense is default, 99 aim smoothing, everything's the same. He just requires, he is all aim, literally he is all aim, so you don't want to miss. So I have this perfect slow sense that I use for every other hero. For the next two heroes, Sombra and Symmetra, I don't really have Sombra or Symmetra gameplay. I like rarely touch these heroes. So again, for both these heroes, it's just default settings. That's all you guys need to know. Torbjorn, since I have a left on the D-pad set to voice lines, Mercy and Torbjorn require left on the D-pad to change weapons. So I actually change it on Torb to change weapons. I don't have a voice line button, but that's okay. You don't really need it. I don't really play Torb, but if I ever do, I want to pull out my hammer, so I have that changed. On to my favorite hero in the game, Tracer. Oh my god, I love Tracer so much. This is the hero I guess you could say I get the most creative with when it comes to button configuration. So the sense is the exact same, 99, 100, the usual. However, the only thing that I changed on this hero is her ultimate. This is the only hero in the game that I have the ultimate set to left trigger, and I'll tell you why. So on Tracer, when you throw your pulse bomb, if you have it set to Y, you have to move your thumb off of your aim stick, and you're basically wherever you're aiming when you move your thumb is where your pulse bomb is going to go. But if you change it to left trigger, you could change it last second, since you're using your left hand, like your middle, your index finger, whatever finger you're using, so you're using your left hand to throw it. So you're still able to use your right hand to aim it. So last second you can get like a 180 pulse bomb, or like look left or right. It's really good. I guarantee you that if you change your ultimate to left trigger instead of Y, you will hit so many more pulse bombs than before. It happened for me. I trust me, I hit so many pulse bombs because of this. I recommend that all Tracer players change their ultimate to left trigger. The last hero, Widowmaker. For Widow, I have the same sense, as other hitscan heroes, except for my scope sense, I actually have it set to 50. I feel like 50 perfectly matches your unscoped sense to your scoped sense, at least for what I use. So I stick with 50, I roll with it on every account that I play Widow on. And yeah, if you're going to use my sense, I suggest you use 50 as well. But that is all, guys. Those are all the settings for all the DPS heroes I play. If you guys want to know my sense on my tanks and my supports, I could make another video on that, but that would just be really long, and a lot of it would just be me repeating, default sense, blah, 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 blah. But if you guys really want that, just let me know in the comments or whatever, and I'll gladly make it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to pop by my stream. It's in the description. Also, follow my Twitter, because I usually tweet on there when I'm going live. And yeah, I love all of you guys. Thank you guys for watching.